really guided me through this process and stuff. So.
What do you think you showed them here, I guess, in the early part of things that made them want to kind of pull you aside and do that kind of work?
How good my routes is, how am I staying low, and just my athleticism and stuff, how quick I am. Because I ran a 4.51, so I mean that's pretty good to them, I guess you could say. So.
The defensive stuff you're doing with Coach Combs and Coach Washington, I know you're kind of listed as a running back, but how natural does that kind of defensive stuff come to you?
I mean, when I was little, I did a little bit of running. I did a little bit of linebacker and stuff, and I was pretty good at it. So it just brings back a lot of stuff that I did. So, I was cool with it. So, yeah. So.
You think about how weird the last year was for everybody and not being able to go to stuff like this. Like, how important is it for a player like you to come to an event like this and kind of catch the eyes of the coaches?
It's highly important to me because if I never came to this, they would still be kind of dry. They would never met me. They would never have saw me in person and stuff. So I'm just kind of blessed that the whole Corona thing's kind of over and stuff like that, and I can get back to business to work and stuff.
What's the recruiting process been like for you? Where else have you been visiting? Where else are you planning to visit?
Like I said, Thursday I'm actually going to California, and then tomorrow I'm actually coming back here. Tomorrow on the 23rd I'm coming back here, and yeah, that's about it. So, but all the other ones I went to Iowa State, I went to Michigan. They love me at Michigan. I was supposed to go to a lot more, but I turned them down because I only could have 5 official visits. So. Yeah, so.
How much communication had you had with Ohio State before today?
Yeah, it was kind of iffy. Coach Alfred will hit up every once in a then, but now I got everybody love me and stuff, so I guess I'm more in contact with him than I thought I would be. So.
What was it like getting that chance to work with Coach Alfred today?
It was actually really a blessing because I realized that he was the only one that was pulling me aside and helping me for real. So not offense to nobody else or the running backs, no other running backs, but kind of just blessed how he pulled me aside and helped me with my stuff and helped me get better and just made me feel home. So.
What do you think it was you were able to do out there that made him pay more attention to you?
My route running and how tall I am, how fast I am, how physical I am. So actually, and how fast I am, how I got downfield, got up vertical. So.
Did they give you any indication of which side of the ball they're interested in you on?
Well, they were just trying me out at linebacker. So Coach Alfred said he really want me back there with Mayan and them. So it'd be a blessing to be back there with them. So.
What would preference? You want the ball? It's okay. You can say.
I want the ball. I want the ball. Like my coach said, I'm gonna get 25, 30 carries a game. So.
Does that special to you though to know that they look at you and hey, let's see what he can do at linebacker too, just in case?
Yeah, like I said, that's a blessing. That's a blessing that I can play more than one position. There's a lot of kids out here they either only can play one position or they can't play no positions for real. So actually, kind of really a blessing, so I can play both sides of the ball.
You mentioned Mayan. He was kind of a freestar guy like yourself, kind of a late bloomer in recruitment, and then he comes here. Does that inspire you that hey, I could potentially do the same?
Because as a matter of fact, I saw something on social media when they was talking about that he might start this year and might play a lot. So, and this freshman, sophomore year?
Yep.
Sophomore year, he coming up here already, about to play against 100,000 people, and that's really that's my dream, to play in front of all them people and really show what I can do.
So an Ohio State offer would mean a lot to you.
That would mean so much to me. That's actually one of my dream schools. But actually, I wanted to play against him to beat him or something like that. Before to beat him. But since I never thought this would happen. But since they on me, so now I'm on one of their top lists. So now I love them. So.
What are the things that are most important to you as you move toward making your decision, that the things you need to see in a school before you commit there?
Home. If it feels home, like I said, if it feels home, they make me feel home. The coaches, the players, the staff, just everybody, just making me feel here, make me feel like I wanted to be here.
Do you have a decision timeline, when you want to make a decision by?
Probably July, August, probably there. July, August, around there. We'll just keep my recruitment open.
Think you'll be back for a game this fall, though?
Yeah, for sure.
When you say that you wanted to beat Ohio State, is that one of those things where they're
that was my dream to beat them for real, but since they own me now, so now I gotta love them now. So.
Did you grow up rooting for another school or something?
Clemson. That was Clemson's my dream. My other
you
dream
didn't tell
school.
them that though, right?
You going down there?
Actually, I was supposed to go down there in July, but we just stopped talking, so I'm fine with that.
So what did you think when you were watching the Ohio State-Clemson game back in December? I really can't determine that because, now I like both schools now, so
I really can't say nothing bad about each one of them because they both good schools. So.
Have you taken any officials yet? Or do you have any
yeah, I took actually I only took Michigan. I took Michigan. I took who was the last one I just took? Iowa State. Iowa State. They're highly on my list. They'll be in my top 4 for sure if I make one.
Okay, and then the other 3 spots, do you know who that could be yet for the officials if you take them?
No, not yet.
Okay.
And Ohio State could be one of them?
Ohio State is going to be one of them if they offer. So just waiting on the offer. So they said they're going to evaluate me tonight and see if they really want me and stuff like that. They already said I'm a good enough player to be here. So they're blessed to be here. So
you mentioned, you want a school that feels like home. I know you're only here today, but did this start to feel that way?
Yeah, because Coach Alfred, he brought me aside. We was laughing and all that. He made me feel home and stuff. And yeah, and then when I went over to do linebacker, a lot of coaches came up to me and said what's up to me and stuff like that. So the only person I can thank is him and the God above. So.